All right, so today we're gonna help the dogs learn how to stay away from the door when we go to the door to let them out or when guests arrive. So what we're gonna do right now is just simulate what we'll do to help the dogs go outside and learn how to respect an invisible boundary. So what I encourage their guardians to do is actually take a piece of tape. We don't have that out right now, but after I leave, what I want you to do is take a piece of tape and just put it on the floor right here. Because we're saying the invisible boundary from this wall to the edge of the couch right here. It's dogs don't actually need the piece of tape on the floor to understand the boundary. It's really a cue for us, so we know exactly where that boundary is. Dogs will learn so much faster if we have a really hard and fast boundary line. If it's sometimes right here, sometimes over here, it'll take longer for the dogs to learn where they can appropriately go and where they can't. When we're opening the door or in the door area, the dogs can be freely roaming anywhere kind of in the house as long as they're not passing this area. And again, the dogs are really smart, so they know the difference between when we're going over to the door, it's not appropriate for them to be in this entire space. However, when we're not by the door, they're completely okay to be over here. So the dogs do know the difference between that, so it's not like we're now preventing them to come over in the space entirely. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take steps backwards towards the door, and the dogs are both staying kind of pretty far back because we have gone over this one time before. Now, every time I move something on the door, like the handle or say the lock, this is a trigger potentially because they're used to hearing these noises when we open the door. That might get them excitable to kind of jump up. Can you see where some of them are, or at least one of them? So as you can see, the dogs, after going through a leadership exercise and then going through this once, they're being very comfortable with not coming closer to the door. Now what I'm just going to do is real quick is pretend like somebody's here. Oh, hey, how's it going? But they're still staying respectfully behind the door. So this is claiming the door, so they learn to stay respectfully behind this invisible boundary while your guests arrive, or when you want them to go outside, I want you to have the door fully open and then give them a release word, tell them to come, and then they can come across that threshold. All right, perfect.